Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Sibisu. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan, on the first day of the Ching Ming Festival holidays, a truck slid from the upper slopes, crashing into the Taroko Express train, causing the train to derail. 4 carriages are severely damaged, leading to 50 deaths and more than 100 injuries. Rescue efforts have been carried out as firefighters and policemen arrive at the scene.
The entire train remained stuck in the tunnel, unable to move as passengers evacuated to safety, still shocked from the horrifying accident.
你有反应到它有东西砸下来吗？还是？
我那时候在睡觉，什么都反应不到过来。
我是坐在外面的椅子，对，靠走道，然后我有被甩到地上去。
The train traveling from Shuling to Taidong was struck by a truck that fell from the upper slope, causing the train itself to derail, rushing into the Qingshui tunnel. As a result, the 5th to 8th carriages suffered the most severe impacts. The 1st and 2nd carriages were left exposed outside as passengers attempted to escape from the train.
The train carriage deformed and people die inside. Some are stuck and some fainted.
Firefighters, policemen, and the NASC set out to rescue passengers and staff members stuck on the train. Over 50 were confirmed dead and more than 100 injured. In the 70-year history of Taiwan railways, this accident became the worst and most fatal.
We immediately established a first-degree disaster response center and command center, hoping to control the emergency and rescue efforts. The Ministry of Health and Welfare has already set up rescue medical care. We full-heartedly support rescue efforts and will be assisting family members of the deceased.
On the first day of Ching Ming Festival, the unfortunate derailing of the train occurred, causing 2 train drivers to die in the line of duty, as the president promised to investigate the accident thoroughly, giving a proper response to the family members of the deceased.
In the aftermath of the train derailment accident, different hospitals in Hualien have initiated mass casualty incident system. The medical staff implemented triage of patients and immediately treated the severely injured passengers. As injured passengers have been carried out, Hualien City Medical Center medical team immediately implements triage of patients.
The space on the 2 sides is not enough. They have to walk out from the roof of the train. They're gradually coming out. When they come out, we will treat them.
The rescued passengers are waiting to be taken to hospitals at Chongde train station. One injured passenger even encourages his injured son to stay strong.
Hang on there, all right? As long as you live, there is tomorrow. There is a medical professional who knows some basic medical knowledge, and he helped separate the injured passengers.
More than 100 injured passengers have been sent to different hospitals in Hualien. The hospitals initiated mass casualty incident system, mobilizing medical staff to help out.
Currently, Mennonite Christian Hospital has taken injured Taroko Express train passengers who have wounds. Some of them fractured their bones. Most patients who need surgery suffered fractured bones. More than 100 medical staff members registered the patients immediately. Some of them performed surgeries. Some sent the patients to ICU. And some patients have returned. The patients' families are all terrified. Seeing the medical staff and volunteers, they felt more at ease.
Volunteers accompany the anxious patients and their families, calming their minds and distributing consolation cash.
The volunteers are here waiting for the injured passengers. We volunteers are here to accompany them.
The rescue team, medical professionals and volunteers work with one heart and one mind, using most resources to help the injured passengers and their families get through the tough times. Also, in the aftermath of the train derailment accident, City Foundation immediately set up a disaster relief team to prepare supplies and care for the rescue workers and injured passengers.
The wisdom and blessings porridge was sent to the rescue workers at the scene of the incident. In the aftermath of the train accident, Tzu Chi Foundation immediately set up a disaster relief team to provide help.
Whether it's firefighters, rescue personnel, as well as remains, frightened or injured passengers, we will provide hot food and drinking water, Jingsi folding beds, and isolation tents.
At the scene of the accident, volunteers also set up a care station to comfort the injured passengers. Jingsi Boat also mobilized more than 200 people and prepared 1,000 lunch boxes, drinking water, bread, and other supplies in a day.
There are always stock materials and grains in Jingsi Boat. Under this situation, we can respond at any time.
The master also urged the volunteers to provide immediate assistance. Furthermore, there were many train passengers living in Taiwan. Taiwan volunteers also convened an emergency meeting to give follow-up care and assistance.
As we mentioned, in the aftermath of the train derailment accident, prosecutors are investigating the cause of the accident. The funeral homes also allow the families to identify the deceased families. In addition, different religious organizations have gone to the scene to help chant for the deceased passengers. In the aftermath of the train accident, city volunteers have gone to Xinchen train station to help process the bodies of the deceased passengers. They use partitions to draw out 2 routes so that the morticians can do their job with respect and other passengers can go in and out. Since there's a large number of deceased passengers, forensic investigators and prosecutors from Hualien and Northern District are investigating together. Hualien County government has prepared enough freezers in the funeral homes, and with respect, it helps the families identify the passengers.
First of all, we let their families identify the pictures. If we allow the families to go directly to the freezers or face the bodies, they'll be very sad. The funeral home wants to ensure that the families and the deceased passengers will not be in a very sad environment.
Until the rescue work is completed, city volunteers will continue to accompany the families and provide meals and drinks.